Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 163 of the MTB podcast, presented and hosted by Worldwide Cyclery, Kettle Mountain Apparel, and Trail One Components. I'm Jared.
I'm Liam.
And I'm Trevor.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The three amigos are back, and in this episode, we discuss some epic recent rides we've been getting into lately, as well as some exciting new stuff coming from Trail One and Kettle, plus some classic listener questions ranging from drivetrain upgrades to cross-compatibility and everything in between.
Cross-drivetrain compatibility?
Cross-drivetrain compatibility.
Is that cross-training?
That could be
cross-chaining,
because
cross-chaining.
compatibility is often very important when you talk about drivetrain upgrades.
Yes.
So maybe I did that on purpose. I don't know. But what we do know is Zach's words of wisdom. Don't let one person ruin your day.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah, don't let it ruin your day.
No.
It's not worth it.
No, because, you never know when you're going to come across that person, Maybe they're, maybe they cut you off on the road, or maybe they have a remark on the trail that you didn't like or something like that. Or, you never know. And you just got to brush it off.
Be better than them.
Yeah, exactly. Would you agree, Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely have some flare-ups in traffic, though.
And it happens.
It happens.
It happens. Yeah.
It happens. Speaking of things that happen, Daniel's fun fact. And since Daniel just had a baby, we're going to celebrate that with a fun fact about babies. Babies are born with around 300 bones, which fuse together as they grow, leaving adults with 206 bones. I had no idea. Did you guys know that?
Well, babies have a lot of cartilage, I know. That's about all I know, though.
And
I know, their top of their head is all cartilage, and their nose, and they don't really have kneecaps, I don't think.
That's right. I also saw they allegedly do not have kneecaps, allegedly, because that's been proven probably. But yeah, and their skulls are super soft. You can push it in and stuff. You probably don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that, Jared. That's why a lot of them wear the shaping helmets.
Oh.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, when they wear the white helmet,
Huh.
I believe it's to shape their head.
Maybe in case they were born with a crazy oblong head.
Yeah,
or
something like that.
Like a cone head, like that movie.
It's pretty common, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
A lot of babies wear it for the first few months.
And they come out and their heads get all pressurized and they're crazy shape.
Yeah, and I think it's when they lay on their back a lot, they can't really move, right? So it might be the back might get flat spots.
Flat spot back there.
I'm not positive. I never had a baby. This is
not up our alley.
Yeah.
It's all conjecture. Yeah. It makes sense though. I mean, if I'm just kidding.
Yeah, your head might be flat.
It might be.
Is that an insult?
No, I don't think so.
Flathead?
Yeah.
Flathead?
Flathead.
No.
Flat back.
You can make it. You can make it one. All right, fantastic testimonials.
Yeah.
I used to shop at Jensen USA, but they started playing with their pricing the way Performance Bike did before they collapsed. That's when I found Worldwide Cyclery. I've been very pleased with my experiences over the last year. For me, mountain biking is fun, and Worldwide Cyclery works hard to make it fun when spending money, which is probably an oxymoron. Their system works from signing up for notification of out-of-stock items to the smooth ordering, staging, shipping, delivering process, and they make it fun and funny with their emails, videos, and podcasts. Overall, it's been a great experience. From Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, Pete.
I particularly liked the first sentence when he said, I used to shop at Jensen USA.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And not anymore. Then he found Worldwide Cyclery. I like that too. Yeah. I think maybe
it's a pretty good process.
Yeah.
Yep.
From ordering, customer service, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And helps pay us to make podcasts.
Yes.
That's right. You gotta agree. And that's what we work hard on the experience. So thanks, Peter. Trevor, what kind of bikes and rides have you been enjoying lately?
I've gone on a couple rides lately. Did an e-bike ride last week and did a short mountain bike ride yesterday.
Nice.
I just got back from the MX of Nations motocross race out in Indiana. So I wasn't riding this past. I normally try to ride every weekend. Pretty religious about riding Saturday, Sunday, or running or something. But this weekend was motocross, which was pretty cool.
Can't complain.
A lot of those guys ride mountain bikes out there. Tomac and all those guys, but yeah, haven't been riding a ton. Trying to balance work with working out and riding, and you can't do everything too much. So trying to get some balance in my life, and not a ton of racing or anything. Bike park season's pretty much over now, so
yeah,
summer's over.
Summer's over,
but
soon to be on season for SoCal at least.
Yeah.
Sorry, all the people in the East Coast.
Right.
Because
or up north.
Or up north or anywhere kind of but the Southwest.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. But yeah, dirt's about to get good here, although the days will be shorter. But yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah.
When is the time change?
I think end of October.
Or early November.
Early November.
Yeah.
So still got a little bit, but the days are getting short. Like it's hard to ride after work. I mean, you can, but
yeah.
Yeah, I rode yesterday at like 5:30 and did an hour ride, and it was pretty much
dark.
sunset.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's about to be night ride season.
About to be night ride season, and gonna have to bust the lights out or get some new lights or something. But I like night rides, but I don't like starting in the dark. I like riding into dark.
Yeah,
that's kind of enjoyable because you never really get to be on top of a mountain when it's like sunset or anything. And but starting in the dark takes some motivation, I would say,
a little bit.
But it's fun. I've always done it and I enjoy it. It's just a different style and I feel like you're riding more off of feel than what you're seeing.
You just got like tunnel vision, basically.
Which is kind of a fun experience.
I used to like doing a lot of road night rides.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, that is pretty fun.
Yeah.
It feels like it does feel like you're in like a tunnel.
Yeah. Like I used to do some crazy road group rides at night that were pretty wild.
Group rides.
That is wild.
Sounds gnarly.
Yeah. Some like LA kind of underground stuff through the streets, like Wolfpack Hustle stuff when I was young.
Wow.
Was it like late?
Yeah, like I think the ride started at 10 p.m.
Oh, wow.
I think Monday night started at 10 p.m. and you do like a fast-paced 23 to 25 mile an hour average group ride through the streets of LA.
Like
which kind of means
running reds and stuff.
Kind of means you're just blowing reds. You're just like full kamikaze.
No way.
I was like 20 years old.
Yeah,
so
young and dumb.
I still have some good like Strava times. Like a buddy of mine commented on it Strava a couple months back and was like, "Dude, this is crazy." And I like looked and it's just like all top 10s through the streets of LA. Yeah, all still stand
because no one can do that.
No one's doing it.
No.
And I don't know if that whole scene still lives, but that was fun. And you're just tunnel visioned out. You don't know where you are. If there's climbs, like there wasn't huge climbs, but you're still like go through Glendale and some of that stuff. And you still hit like a 20-minute climb at times.
Yeah, everything kind of looks the same.
Yeah,
you're just going through the gridlock.
That was fun.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that is wild indeed.
And do some stuff in Ventura and like the farm fields too.
Yeah,
like, there's no one out there, and you can just take up the whole road at 10 p.m.
Yeah,
crazy.
You can see people coming at least, and people can sort of see you if you have lights on.
Yeah, true.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was fun. Mountain bikes, not super my thing at night.
Yeah.
But you have not been riding recently, Liam. Want to explain?
Nope.
We kind of talked about it a little bit on the last podcast.
Have you been riding first, Jared?
Yeah, I've been riding a bit actually. I've kind of been riding all the bikes.
You're an e-bike tester.
I am the resident e-bike tester. I rode the MTE last weekend maybe, which I had an absolute blast on. I'm like super stoked on that bike. I love it. It's like just a super natural feeling e-bike, which I don't know. Lighter e-bikes are kind of more tend to trend that way, but the MTE I feel like it just handles super well. The weight is like
still a big dog.
It's like what I think the one we have is like 44 pounds.
Yeah.
So, but the geometry and the suspension platform is like so perfect.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about the MTE.
Oh yeah, MTE. Yeah, mid travel.
Gotcha.
So it's like a 145.
Not a big dog.
145 rear. I think 160 front.
Yeah.
So and the Geos are so dialed.
And then you rode that with a buddy who rode a full power, but doesn't ride as much, right?
He was on the Ampflow actually, but what I did was I tuned the Ampflow to be the same power and watts, like in torque.
Gotcha.
So we were both same pace on the climbs and everything. So that's pretty cool that you can do that. But yeah, I love that bike. I'm super stoked on it. I was like, eventually if I were to get e-bike, like this would be it. Not that that's happening anytime soon, but yeah, it's super cool. And then I've also been riding my 140 just around here, and then I took my 165 up to Sky Park, which was a little overkill, but it's fun. And I got to test out the DEG DF kit, which is pretty insane how much of a game
That's a good
changer.
place to test it, though, because you could swap between settings.
Exactly. Yeah. So I did a whole day with it.
How was that?
It's honestly, it blew my mind. Like I did a whole day in the 10 degree where I definitely noticed like the biggest difference in like, there's a couple corners on Comet, like the Enduro Trail, where it's like super steppy and like you're kind of doing almost like a switchback, like with these huge roots and stuff. And oh man, I was just blown away by how it like really chainless it kind of felt, and just the freedom through the suspension travel just totally blew my mind. And then I put it back into the Zero, and then I was like, whoa, okay, like you can definitely feel it tugging at your feet more with the pedal kickback. But it's one of those things, it's like now that I tried it and then I went back and I was like, oh, now I can notice it.
Yeah.
I noticed the kickback more that I went and tried it without it, you know? Which is pretty crazy. But it's really interesting because everybody's like, oh, well, it's the same as like having a 36 tooth, right? But it's like actually really not, because, you know, there's the climb. And so on the climb, if you're kind of just like, if you're pedaling at a certain cadence, like it will not engage because of the spring on the back of the like ratchet, I guess, right? So you really have to like engage it. Otherwise it'll just kind of spin. Whereas like a 36 tooth, like it'll still engage.
Well, and the main difference is like, yeah, it could be the same. It'd be the same 10 degree would be 36 and 20 degree would be the 18 tooth.
Right.
But that's it a perfect, if you catch that 18 tooth at the furthest back moment from engagement,
right,
that's 20 degrees. So you're just banking on the fact that it's going to be furthest back versus closest to it. And it's always rotating as one's fixed and one's not.
Right.
Where the DEG, you always have the 20 degree. You always have the 10 degree, and then now you have a fast engagement. So it's a consistent 10 or 20 versus
that's the biggest thing.
Completely inconsistent.
It's consistent.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I totally found. I was like, it's consistent, and you can really like feel the ratchet kind of floating in that position, which is really cool. So I was like, wow, I was honestly blown away. I didn't think the 10 degree was going to make like that big a difference, but I was like, wow, okay. I couldn't even imagine. I guess, if you're like riding Whistler, for instance, right? Like a bike park where you really didn't even have to pedal like at all, basically.
Just put it in 20.
Just put it in 20. Or if you're shuttling something steep, like for instance, if you're shuttling Crestline or something, like throw in the 20, like you probably aren't really pedaling on that.
I was really bummed that the sample showed up, I think, on Wednesday, and we left on Tuesday.
Right after you guys left
literally
for
showed
Whistler.
up the day after. And it's just like, damn.
Yeah. It would be insane. You know, honestly, even like just on the jump lines, like the only thing I really didn't like was obviously the big, the dead spot in the engagement, but just like cycling the suspension on the jumps even, I was like, wow, this is just mind blown.
It feels free.
Because I've never ridden an O-chain or anything like that. Always wanted to, but yeah, it's pretty insane. I do feel like the one cool thing about the O-chain is you can just kind of turn the knob, right? If you wanted to just
do
the
newest version.
Right. If you just want to truly change it on the fly, which I'm like, if I'm at a bike park, I'm probably not going to like take my wheel and the cassette off unless you're like having lunch, you know, or something like, oh, maybe I'll tinker with this. But like, even then you're probably not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you're done for the day, you want to change it for the next day. In that regard, it's pretty insane. Pretty stoked on
I think
it.
the advantage of the DF kit is there's no weight penalty too. Like
exactly.
The O-chain weighs a ton.
Yeah. And no service.
No service. No, not really. Yeah. Like to service no chain's kind of a pain.
Yeah.
And
to say the least.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
But the DF is just simple. So
I
think the O-chain, like, it's damped a little bit and probably feels a little bit better in your feet when it does hit that engagement, but not the end of the world.
No.
I would say.
Yeah, but overall, super stoked on that. I think it's great on an enduro or any gravity-oriented bike, like, or anything you're going to take to the bike park, I guess. Even on a mid-travel bike, right? I was like telling Andre, I was like, you should just get this because if you do go to a bike park, like for his SB140, I'm like, then you throw it in the 10 or the 20 and like your bike is basically transformed.
Yeah, it gives you options. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I want to try it on my ASR.
Yeah.
Because I have a set of DEG wheels that are on it currently, and it's like what you said, no weight penalty.
Yeah.
And I'll ride it in zero almost all the time. But like, you know, I go and ride something that's over its head, or you need all the traction you can get, and you know, run it in the zero.
If you're gonna go right, like Spectrum or something or whatever.
Yeah, or you know, I'm in the Sierras, right? And I'm like, I'm not really worried about, you know, my engagement pedaling today, but like I'm riding some downhills that are probably over the XC bike's head type of thing.
For sure. Yeah. Speaking of ASR, I just can't get out. I can't get out of my head that I want to build that bike. I think I'm going to
build one up.
Yeah,
it's pretty sick.
It's
a ripper.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of bikes, Liam, tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, I had a spill.
Yeah,
I had a little tumble. Honestly, it was a normal crash. I don't know. It was a good crash. It was on a rocky trail, but wasn't anything I haven't done like multiple times this summer. You know. But I managed to break my wrist pretty darn good. So
crazy.
I think on the last pod, you guys said I broke my wrist.
Yeah.
And at the time of you guys recording that, I didn't, the ortho had said that I did not need surgery, and I was going back for x-rays like the next day after the recording. Well, it turns out I did need I did need surgery. I shifted quite a bit. I broke both my radius and a distal radius fracture, and kind of splintered it and like shattered it quite a bit. So there's no support there. It's just completely like, basically my whole hand was like falling down.
Ooh.
And like pulling backwards too. So it was quite pretty displaced even after the ER set it. They did a really good job setting it. It was just my body just was pulling it out of place. And then broke the tip of my ulna as well, which is very common, kind of no fix for that. But then, so that happened. That was like a week after I crashed. So I crashed on Wednesday. That was a Wednesday after. He's like, cool, go get a CAT scan. Come in Monday for pre-op. We'll have surgery on Tuesday. I was like, cool. This ortho was vetted through a few people that I know locally, and, everyone had great things to say about him. So, including, chiropractor I really trust, and he fixed his son's elbow. So, I was stoked with that. Went in on Monday to look at the CAT scan and get all the pre-op details. And then he looked at me with a super bum face and was like, I can't do your surgery. And I was like, what? Why not? And he was like, you have a fracture in your scaphoid as well that didn't show up on the x-rays.
Dang.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, dang. So I had to go to hand specialist. Luckily, that ortho, it was almost 2 weeks at this point. So it was like pretty urgent for surgery.
Jeez.
That ortho personally called the hand specialist that had been recommended to me, but I didn't have a hand injury before. I had a wrist injury. Now I have a hand and wrist injury with a scaphoid. So now the hand specialist is wanting to do it. He called him personally, explained the situation. They got me in real quick, got me the next day, looked at the CAT scan, and like managed to get me in for surgery. He gave me like 4:50 p.m. the night before surgery, and like, hey, you're going for surgery, and the next day at 1. And I was like, okay, cool. I
Here we go.
Yeah,
Nice.
I won't eat after midnight, like, which is good. Like, you don't anticipate it too long, like
that, and you kind of just needed to get it done.
I needed to get it done.
It had been, like a week already?
It was, no, when I got surgery, it was 2 weeks from the crash.
Yeah, see, that's just a long time to
Yeah.
live with a broken
Yeah,
bone.
that's
Like, it's
brutal.
almost going to start healing in the wrong way and have to
Yeah.
be broken. I don't know how fast that stuff happens, but
Jeez.
so,
Scary, though.
yeah, I got a plate and 6 screws in my radius and a screw in my scaphoid. So,
Gnarly.
Insane.
yeah, it was a pretty normal crash that ended up in probably the worst injury I've had. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
mile from the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's the lucky thing, I guess.
It was
like,
lucky. Yeah, like I wasn't in Sycamore, where I ride most mornings. It was 8 a.m. I was a mile from the house. I had cell phone service, which when you drop into Sycamore, you lose cell phone service.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's just a scary reality of
I
what
would
we
have had,
do.
I know, I would have had to, probably bike 4-ish miles out, depending on where I was in Sycamore with no cell phone service. And yeah, so luckily my roommate was home too, and she was able to come get me and take me to ER fast. So like all things considered, it's like all pretty good. I wasn't wearing gloves. I wasn't wearing knee pads. I was wearing like KETL lightweight jersey and shorts. And somehow I didn't even cut myself. Not a single
What?
drop of blood. But I shattered my wrist.
Was your palm cut up or anything?
That is so weird.
See.
Yeah.
And you don't even really know like exactly what.
I don't really even know what happened. I just got off line. Like I tried to take a high right line and either something snagged on the right end but snagged and like threw me left, or I got off line, hit a rock my front wheel and just got pitched left. I don't know exactly what happened, but I just got pitched kind of like semi OTB to the left side, which I broke my left wrist and went down. I tumbled once or twice. Was collecting myself. I was just like, damn, that was a hard crash for 8 a.m. solo, just like, oh,
Yeah.
one of those moments you're like, dang.
Right.
Could I have avoided that? Probably, and then like I go to get up, bikes on top of me and stuff. And I go to get up and my wrist was just sideways. And I was like,
Oh.
Brutal.
I had a moment, I've dislocated my shoulders a lot. So I was like, oh, it's dislocated. You can't dislocate a wrist. There's no ball and socket. But I didn't know that in the moment. So I straightened it out. I like grabbed it and like put it back and like straightened it out.
I bet that felt good.
I didn't feel it. It was like adrenaline shot.
Oh, really? Like immediately? You did
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Just pulled on
immediately.
it?
Yeah, still like upside down on the trail, just
Yeah,
like
just
lifting
like,
my wrist. I'm like,
Ah.
it didn't really hurt until I was like in the car, sat down and kind of like, I was like, okay, I don't have to like think about getting down the trail to the street or anything.
Something's not right here.
Yeah. And then it definitely was starting to hurt more and more. And that's when I was like, yeah, this thing's broken.
You had to hike out.
Yeah. I hiked down the rest of the trail I was on.
Like you're pretty close to the road at that point.
Yeah, I was pretty close to the road. And then I was able to like side saddle the bike and just like coasted down to the road.
Oh,
wow.
Brutal.
So yeah,
it's a bummer.
Kind of the way she goes with what we do.
It's the way she goes.
Kind of is.
All things considered, I'm lucky. You crash sometimes, and I've had a good run. I made it through all of summer.
Yeah.
Racing everywhere, riding on different countries.
Like pushing your bike skill.
We're just in Whistler, absolutely pushing my bike skill, you know.
It could have been in the middle of nowhere, Tasmania, New Zealand.
Exactly.
Where you're like, I don't even know what to do right now.
Totally.
Like, who do I call?
Yeah, that stuff makes me want to get an InReach Mini.
Yeah.
Garmin InReach. Just to have, like, you can just put it in your pocket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just carry it with you.
Yeah.
Like, when you have no service. Because, like, you really are pretty screwed if you don't have service.
Your phone, though, new one has satellite.
It does have.
Yeah.
So
I gotta figure
worst
out how to
case,
use that.
it's like you just go in there and hit that. So
that is nice, actually.
But yeah, so road to recovery. I'm already in hyperbaric every day.
Yeah, what is that looking like?
I don't fully know yet. I think I'll be in a splint for a few more days. Hopefully, I think I'm going straight to brace, not a hard cast.
Oh,
because I had surgery, so I don't need a hard cast it.
Oh wow.
My elbow's free already, so I'm supposed to be in a sling, which I am in a sling for I think 2 more weeks. I get a splint off hopefully this weekend in a brace, and then start doing like very light movement PT to get range of motion back. I want to say in like a week or 2.
Wow.
So luckily Tideman is PT Sports Academy, and I have full access to Sports Academy. Shout out Sports Academy and Tideman.
Nice.
So yeah, hyperbaric, red light table. They'll be doing that for the next month straight, and then start PT and all that. So yeah.
Wow.
Well, here's hoping for a smooth recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing everything you can. So.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I'm just glad I had surgery finally. And now I'm just like,
Yeah, at least you're not like missing any events and stuff. And
yeah,
hopefully when you do come back, it'll be a couple months and it'll be time for some fun riding this season. This like January or so.
Yeah, I can hopefully get walking soon once, I'm in a brace and not in this splint that's like covering half my broken bone and the other half's exposed
just to get
and
moving.
stuff. Yeah, get moving and,
go on some hikes.
Get the legs going, burn some calories and, get the blood flow because all that's good for healing too.
Yeah.
That's probably all you want to do, too.
That's all I want to do. I just want to like be able to walk the dog.
Yeah.
Like I can't even walk the dog.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Like up until today, I don't think I could walk full speed without it like just bouncing and hurting.
Oh.
So
I know I felt bad. You seemed pretty bad last week. You just looked like you were just in pain. You look way better now.
Yeah.
But it just didn't look good.
Yeah, I was in a good amount of pain. It just was broken, right? Like it wasn't set right. My body's pulling it out of place.
Gnarly.
I haven't slept, but I don't think I'll sleep for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if anyone's really good at insurance and how to pay the least amount of medical bills,
I'm sure there's people out there with some experience in that.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's the next. Next.
You're making a lot of phone calls, huh?
A lot of phone calls, a lot of pushing stuff off and trying to figure out how to get the least out of my pocket paid. So
yeah.
We have good insurance, but it still doesn't do that much. Not when, you have an ER bill and a surgery. So
yeah, it's so lame.
Yeah, I know it is lame.
It is super lame. Yeah, it's like, what are we paying for? Yeah. Well.
Yeah, not to bring down the pod, but it's all good. It happens.
It does happen.
Yeah, I'll be walking soon. Do PT. Probably spend a lot of time on the road bike this winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the mellow kind of like hardtail, just to get some miles in and get stuff moving, and just be a big base winter,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Speaking of a lot of miles, you guys, I don't know if you're familiar with the event that Jeff is doing this weekend.
I am.
You are.
He wanted me to go.
He wanted you to go.
Yeah.
And do it with him.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And I said no before I broke my wrist.
So it's a 100-mile mountain bike ride.
Yep.
The Moco Epic. And was it formerly FBI Matt, roped him into it.
Mm-hmm.
And Trail One is sponsoring a aid station. Is that correct?
Yep.
Nice.
So are a lot of the guys
and
from
Kettle.
the B team doing it?
Only a few,
A couple.
but Jeff said they're so screwed. They haven't been riding, training at all.
Oh no.
They don't know what they're doing. Their butts are going to hurt. Their legs are going to cramp.
Whole body.
They probably don't know how to eat.
Yeah.
100-mile mountain bike ride's gnarly.
It is
most
gnarly.
people would be pretty screwed. I think I would be screwed for that.
Me
This
too.
isn't a 100-mile road bike ride.
Yeah, where you can kind of just, you can do it like off the couch almost.
Yeah, you've been riding, you can do it,
Yeah.
You do a flat 100-mile road bike ride is 4 to 5 hours. This is going to be a 9 to 12 hours, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd be amazed if they have higher than a 10-mile-per-hour average on the East Coast.
Dude, that's hard just in general on like a mountain bike ride with decent
and
elevation.
the riding in the East Coast is all rocky.
It's all jank.
It's all jank. Like
Yeah.
nothing's really fast. I mean, I'm sure there's some fast single track.
You're
but
right.
yeah, there's like South Germantown Bike Park in Boyd's, Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like they're linking together several trail systems.
Okay.
I believe. So I'm sure there's going to be a couple sections, right, where they're linking them and they could get that to speed up. But like, I mean, if they're all doing it together, especially as well, I don't know if Jeff is going to like literally be with them the whole time.
Yeah, Jeff's literally going to be with them the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
That's why I said no. It's like, I'm not going to be out there for 10 hours.
Hey, good for them. Honestly, it sounds like a
And
great time.
I don't think it's technically a race.
Okay, it's like just an event.
I think it's like a Grand Fondo.
Okay.
Because I think there's weird permitting and rules around the word racing. Road closures and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that
I
does
think
get complicated.
But yeah, so they're doing that.
That's amazing.
We'll have a Trail One and Kettle aid station out there.
Nice. Well, I'm certainly looking forward to hearing how this goes.
Yeah.
I wish we could get a live feed.
I want to know how long it's going to... So much saddle time.
Yeah.
So much.
What's the longest ride you guys have ever done on a mountain bike?
On a mountain bike? Oh, man. Probably like 50-ish miles.
Yeah, I want to say the same.
Miles? I mean...
In like 6,000 or 7,000 feet of
me
climbing.
Me and Tyman, I think we did 60 miles this winter.
Yeah.
But there's a good amount of road in that, but we did like a big backbone loop.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I got you. There's a fair bit of road in that.
Yeah.
What about you, Trevor?
Probably around 48 miles, I think it was.
Well,
48 miles, like 7K.
Probably back in the day I've done some like from Ventura to Ojai, like Topa Mountain and back, like lowest and highest point, like Ventura County. We did that and stuff.
Nice.
That's cool.
So I've probably done like 80 or 90 miles for like 13,000 feet of vert, but that was like on a hardtail.
Yeah.
And like 40 plus miles of that or more was road.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's what I'm thinking. Like,
yeah.
When I did my ride, like, a little bit of it was road, but mstrostly trail.
Yeah.
I was so done.
Yeah.
Afterwards, at like 48 miles to 7K. We were trying to get to a 10K day, but the Strava like elevation map was off, so we were disappointed that we only got like 7 or 8. But I was it like took everything in my ability to like keep pushing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And like kind of like Liam was said, you have to plan ahead your nutrition so much.
Yeah.
Like I think like you said, like when you're thirsty or hungry, it is too late. Like you need to be on top of that, and it's so hard to like force yourself to do that, especially if you're not experienced. Like if you're not doing this type of stuff.
And also
I hope he's listening to
what
advice.
They're taking in, right? Because like you don't want to just like, oh, I'm thirsty and just drink all water.
Yeah,
because you need electrolytes and carbs, and there's so much more to it than just like I'm thirsty, I'm gonna drink 12 bottles of water today. It's like not gonna do it for you, dude. You're still gonna be depleted in other areas that you need. So
because you're sweating not just water, you're sweating all the other nutrients that you need. Yeah, it's crazy. Good luck to those guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, more power to you for doing that. That's amazing. Speaking of Trail One and Kettle, we talked a little bit about the Trail One wheels. I think it was last podcast or 2 podcasts ago.
Yeah, a little bit.
And those are very close to going live. Maybe
very,
by the time,
very, very close. Maybe by the time this podcast is out, they might be live.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If they are, then
that'd be great if they are.
That'd be super cool. So Liam, tell us a little bit about the options and like like you were saying, like spoke count, wheel size, and like what kind of spokes for the built wheels. Like what are we looking at?
So Trail One is just making the rim. Right. So we made a rim. It's with the dimensions we wanted. It's a 30 mil internal with a very wide rim lip, almost 4 millimeters wide. So that helps prevent pinch flats as well as dents on the rim. It's also asymmetrical So you get a very even spoke tension from non-drive and drive side, or non-disc and disc side, as well as a shallow profile. So basically, as shallow as a profile as we can get with still having Scorx nipples. So essentially, it should ride well, even spoke tension. It does ride well. I mean, it's not should. It does ride well. We've been testing them all summer.
I've been riding them all. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great.
And it's like a downhill
it's
enduro.
Enduro downhill rated rim. It is beefy. It's porky, but that's what it takes to make an alloy rim that withstands a beating.
Right.
The rim only will be offered in basically 4 variants, everything you need. 2.9 32 hole, 2.9 28 hole, 27.5 28 hole, 27.5 32 hole.
Nice.
Most likely you bang up a wheel on your bike, you'll be able to buy a Trail 1 rim as a replacement. That's just our idea of offering all 4. And the rim comes with a lifetime warranty as far as manufacturing defects go, as well as a crash replacement program, which I believe we decided on a 60% discount.
Nice.
If you manage to dent a rim so bad it no longer holds air.
I think that's pretty reasonable, pretty legit.
That's pretty reasonable. I mean, I've
60% off. So I forget what that will be exactly. It's around a $50 rim replacement.
Nice.
I was riding the rim all summer and racing it and just really abusing it as much as I could, which was pretty fun because normally you're kind of trying to take care of your equipment. I was trying to destroy it, which I loved. And I was pretty impressed with the anti-pinch flat or anti-dent ability of it. Just like I was hitting rim constantly, running low PSI and whatnot. And no dents or anything crazy going on. That I've seen some pretty crazy stuff in the shop in my days of doing mechanic stuff, and I've been pretty stoked on these.
Nice.
So it's called the Shed Rim, named after the Frederick watershed, where Trevor raced the rims at a few months ago at the Shed Enduro.
Amazing.
Extremely rocky.
Extremely rocky. So it's well suited to be named after such a rocky trail network.
Perfect.
So that's the rim only option. And then the wheel set, starting off small but mighty. We're using all DT Swiss components for that. So DT Swiss 350 hub with the DEG rear hub. So you could run the DEG DF in these if you so choose to buy aftermarket.
Nice.
It won't come with it, but you can buy it aftermarket.
Nice.
And then they're going to be 32 hole rear, 28 hole front. This is, rider tuned. You want a little bit more spokes on the rear, a little bit stiffer. Also, more spokes should get out of true less fast, or out of tension less fast. And then a little bit less spokes in the front, saves a little weight, adds a little bit more compliance. So front and rear specific with the spoke holes. The spokes we're using are DT Swiss Competition, just the standard best spoke. 2.0, 1.8, 2.0 butted. And then those are also going to be silver, which look cool.
Yeah, they do.
That's so cool.
There's some non-proven benefits to running silver spokes. It's not like, red's 5 times faster. No, it's like the coating on the black spoke. I don't think we're good enough to really realize it, but they do ping less.
The
nice.
black coating kind of binds a little bit.
Adds friction.
And then the silver spoke, it really just glides.
Yeah.
So it just makes the wheel, when it is flexing in a corner or over some chattery stuff, it doesn't really want to bind up as much. It kind of is a little bit more free. It's marginal, but it's something.
Yep. So plus they look cool. And then, brass nipples on everything.
Nice. So, very solid.
Built beefy, hand built by me or Trevor right now. So we're just going to be building them up, lacing them up. And we're just going to offer them as a wheel set only, 2929 or MX wheel set to start. And then also we'll do custom wheel builds if you so choose to want a custom wheel build, but they won't be like a drop down option on the site.
Yeah.
You'll have to email me separately and
we can make it
do
happen.
That. Yeah.
Like with whatever hub you want.
Whatever hub, whatever spokes and all that stuff you want. Like Sick. We're happy to do it. And invoice you kind of as a private thing.
Yeah.
Or special order, special build.
Like shopwood or whatever.
Yeah. But so those will be the options. Pretty stoked on them. It's taken a long time. It's a lot of moving parts, literally.
Literally? Oh, nice.
But yeah, a lot of moving parts to get a wheel set going. Everything down to boxes and end caps and all these little things that you don't really think about. The wheel set will come taped with Trail 1 valves.
Yeah, and we tested a wheel last year too, and it just wasn't up to par.
Yeah. The rim we tested last year was technically an all-mountain wheel. Yeah, where this is an enduro downhill wheel. So
just dented it so fast.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't up to standard of what we'd want to sell, I would say.
At least for enduro riding.
Yeah. For aggressive stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Needs to be proper.
Yeah. So yeah, we've tested them, built them up, ridden them everywhere. And yeah, using the best parts that these wheels are going on my bike the way they're sold on the website. You know what I mean? I'm not putting different hubs on and different spokes. That is why they're on the website. It's because that's what I'm putting in my bike.
Yeah. It's what we run.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get myself a set.
Yeah.
Stoked on that. Speaking of new goodies, something else we have been very excited about is the new KETL gear that's about to drop.
Yeah.
Most specifically for mountain bikers out there, the Skidmark pants, which is super legit.
The mountain bike specific pant.
Yes.
I've been wanting this since we purchased KETL.
Yes.
And since we started making gear.
Yes.
I've been in the background saying, when's my mountain bike pant coming?
Yeah.
4 years.
Finally.
And it's finally here.
Yep.
I'm snagging all the smalls from it. Sorry. No.
I know. I hear you.
I will be snagging a few pairs for myself.
We have definitely been waiting for this for a long time.
Yeah.
Ever since we got rid of the OG KETL pants that were they were okay.
They're fine. They're so-so.
Yeah, they were
not perfect.
Not ideal.
They're not performance pants.
No.
These are more performance
These are performance oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost nothing held back as far as fabric goes and material and options and everything. They are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those should be here in a couple weeks as well. So keep an eye out. A week, yeah.
A week from now.
Sick.
So when this podcast comes out, it might be a few days.
That's amazing. So yeah, keep an eye out.
Sign up for the KETL email.
Exactly.
Check it religiously. The first batch will sell out.
Yeah.
We will be getting more, but the first batch will sell out.
Most certainly.
Yep.
Yeah. So keep an eye out. They're going to be definitely more on the trail side, thinner, lighter weight, ventilated.
Yeah.
Great for pedaling, not super thick downhill pants that you don't want to pedal in. These are pants that you will want to pedal in, and you can.
Yeah, nice. But I would ride those downhill all day.
Yeah, I mean, you could, right? You will, and there's room for knee pads.
There's room. I did a little photo shoot for it, and there's room for knee pads and stuff. And I'm very stoked on them. Should be
sick.
Cool.
Wow, you're one of the only ones who's got to wear them.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we just did a little shoot for it, so you'll probably see my.
There's a small sample in there that I could wear, but I can't ride a bike. So. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. There's some.
Oh yeah, also the puffy jacket and some base layers.
New puffies, some merino base layers, some merino garments.
Yep. So those are actually going to be great little riding jerseys as well. The merino tops. They're super nice.
A lot of merino options.
There's some stuff just in time for kind of winter, fall season.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think a lot of people are looking forward to that because a lot of the options recently have just been lightweight summer options, which, when you're in the middle of summer, you're not thinking about merino wool.
Yeah.
No. Necessarily. So it'd be cool to get some warm gear.
Agreed.
For cold weather.
It's a really nice merino blend too. So it's soft and stretchy.
It's not like that itchy merino.
It's not itchy merino, which it's probably more of 100% merino. This is definitely more of a blend, but I think it's still mostly merino. Or a large portion, but
nice.
Yeah, super stoked for all of the good stuff.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out, and you think you'll like it as well, listeners. Speaking of listeners, should we take a break and jump into some listener questions?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And now, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners of the podcast, just wanted to take this moment to say thank you very much for tuning in. We truly do appreciate it. It really means a lot to us. If you have ever watched a video on our YouTube channel, if you've ever ordered anything from Worldwide Cyclery, Kettle Mountain, or Trail 1, and obviously you're listening to the podcast, and we really do appreciate it more than you know. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, and we will see you in the next one. Cheerio. And now, back to the show. Speaking of listener questions, we got a lot of really classic questions.
We got some long dogs in here too.
Yeah. I'll start us off right here. Hi lads, I'm looking for some advice as I want to upgrade my drivetrain from Shimano SLX. I like the durability and reliability of transmission, I think you meant, Eagle 90, while having cable simplicity, but I know that I need a new hub driver, cranks, and bottom bracket. The other option is to get Shimano Di2, meaning that I only need a derailleur and shifter. The main things I'm considering are cost, maintenance, and durability. For context, I have a 2024 Giant Rain 1 that the drivetrain is being installed on. I also have a 2023 Canyon Stoic 3 140mm travel hardtail set up as an XC bike that I'm very happy with the upgraded GX Eagle drivetrain on it. I also work at a bike shop, so I get parts cheaper and have access to all the tools I need. I would like to know which drivetrain you'd recommend and which Di2 model I should get if that is recommended. Thanks, Jock. P.S. I thoroughly enjoy the pod and live in Launceston, Tasmania, and was going to try and join you guys on the trip, but then I fell off my bike mid-November last year and dislocated my shoulder. This led to surgery and 6 months off the bike. This month I could not ride until after the trip. Bummer. Well, Launceston is pretty cool. Tassie is pretty cool.
And sounds like he's riding again.
That's
cool.
Well, boys, what do you think? Should he...
It's a conundrum.
Get a Di2 upgrade kit, XT, right? XT Di2 upgrade kit. That's what I would recommend. Or swap everything out to Eagle 90.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on what his goal is, right? Like DR2, like XT upgrade kit. You could do Dior. You know,
yeah, true.
If you're
That's
ways to upgrade,
that's the move.
Yeah, and it's like I would probably do Dior derailleur because it's on a rain. You're gonna be bashing it, and then as your cassette wears and your cranks, I would actually go like XT cassette and cranks with the Dior derailleur and shifter because the cassettes were gonna save weight and gain shifting performance. The shift from the Dior to the XT. The shift's going to be the same.
Yeah, it's going to feel the same.
That's true.
Yeah, so like, you know,
it'll be marginally heavier. Right?
That would be the least path of resistance is to go that route and stay Shimano.
And if he's getting shop costs too,
yeah,
I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer to me.
And then you're already in a Shimano system, so just as you wear out, upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily needing to upgrade because for the sake of upgrading, but all your parts will be compatible, and then just buy the nicer cassette and chain as you wear the stuff out.
Yeah. I'm going with that answer too. I think Dior's a super good option. I think that, getting a new hub driver, cranks in a bottom bracket, or just like a chainring if possible, maybe. Probably not though. That's just a pain, and it's going to add up to a lot of unnecessary stuff. So I think the Dior Di2 is the move.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. Honestly, having ridden the Di2 on my 140 for several hundred miles now, it is amazing and it shifts super well, and it is almost in the similar vein where like the harder you pedal, the better it shifts.
Yeah,
and even though Eagle 90 is amazing and shifts like buttery smooth. This just makes a little more sense than to swap the entire drive, unless it was all worn out. Like if he needed a new drivetrain in the first place, like then I would say go for it. But you're going to spend the same amount of money probably getting a full Eagle 90 group set, than just this upgrade kit. Right. So like if your drivetrain is still in decent condition, I say this, but if you need a full overhaul,
that's a good point.
Yeah. I would go Eagle 90.
That's a good point.
Thank you, Trevor.
Because cassettes get expensive.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah, the Eagle 90 cassette is a couple $100.
Yep. You could go Eagle 70 cassette, or actually no, you have a micro spline, so you can't.
True. Yeah, you would have to go hub driver. As well. So like
depending on hubs on that Giant, could be easier or harder to get a driver for that.
True. Is Eagle 70 HG?
I think
or is it XD?
No, I think it's HG.
HG.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it still wouldn't work because he has micro spline from SLX.
So you need a new driver.
And I guess if you did go the SRAM route, you would have some cross compatibility. Well, if T-type, not really, I guess. You'd X that compatibility with your other Canyon. So, yeah, there goes my other way to tie it in. So,
well, there you go. Not bad.
Well, we have a kind of interesting question here. What conspiracy theory would you start if you had to invent one from scratch?
You want me to go first? I'm ready.
Yeah, if you're ready, go for it.
Riding horses is harmful to the horse.
That's a great one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
What about harmful to the trails?
Harmful to everything.
That's actually true.
It's really where my hatred's coming from. I don't hate horses. and I don't hate horse people, but I hate horses on the mountain bike trails.
Yeah.
Maybe some of those people have an attitude problem too.
They might be on their high horse.
Oh, yes, Liam.
But it's sketchy on trails to run into horses.
Very.
All of our trails around here are multi-use, so horses are allowed on all of them.
Just asking
plus they poop on the trail.
They do.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I was rolling in Calabasas the other day on the street. Horse pooping on the street.
Yeah, especially in Calabasas too.
What? Can you just poop on the street and leave it?
That's crazy.
You can't do that with dogs.
No, you
know what I mean?
You can do it downtown LA.
Could do it in downtown LA, yeah.
You could, yeah.
But we would probably get arrested. If we looked a little bit more homeless, we probably could get away with it.
Yeah, true.
You know,
but
I've literally made eye contact with somebody in LA, like as they're pooping on the street.
Yeah.
Just like walking out of a party at midnight, or something like that. And they're just like, don't look at me.
But, that would be my conspiracy theory.
That's pretty good, Liam.
I have an even deeper one, but I'll save that because it's a business idea too that I'm going to keep to myself.
There you
go. Trevor, what's yours?
I don't have one, dude.
Oh, come on.
I feel like...
Then what's your favorite conspiracy theory? You don't have to invent one from scratch.
I'm not really a big conspiracy theory guy.
Oh.
I mean, I like hearing about them sometimes, but
yeah, I
just don't care enough to theorize that something. I'm thinking of like a Shimano wireless thing or a SRAM wireless thing, like, oh, they're having you go like into this upgrade system, or they don't want you to go cable, and then they come out with Eagle 90 and it's amazing. It's like, that's not a consponspacy.
That's kind of a conspiracy.
They proved it wrong.
That's like a mountain bike conspiracy.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't necessarily like the one that I invented from scratch, but it is one of my favorite ones, is that birds are not real and that they're government drones, government surveillance drones.
You definitely did not invent that one.
No, I didn't.
All right, my conspiracy theory is everyone in an airport is fake.
Dude, I've had a conversation with you and Jared as we travel. Airports are bizarre, dude.
There's NPCs walking around, man.
NPCs and just like, how's everyone here on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. or 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
Like, just like me. Like,
yeah.
How's my plane full to go from here to Whistler?
Yeah.
What?
That is crazy.
We were, I was just on an airplane yesterday, and we were in a layover in Vegas on the way to Indiana, and having breakfast in the airport. It was busy on it was a Friday morning, and we're just watching. We had like 3 hours. So
it's the best place for people.
We're just watching.
It is the best place to watch.
It was in Vegas. So people are gambling.
Yeah.
In the airport.
Oh, yeah. They have casinos.
They have like smoking.
Whoa.
They have fun in Vegas?
I don't think so.
They got smoking sections in there. We walked the whole airport because we were had time to kill. So
that's amazing.
It was there were some pretty fake people in there.
It is crazy, isn't it?
So that's my theory.
That's fair. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. How about this? I noticed on the recent posts regarding Liam and Jeff's ASRs that both were running T-type drivetrain components mixed with non-T-type. Liam's bike is T-type but using Eagle Dub cranks. Jeff's bike is running T-type XX SL cranks, and everything else is SRAM 11-speed. I did not think interchanging these parts was possible.
That's what Big Bike wants you to believe.
There you go. That's it.
That's exactly what they want you to believe.
Honestly, no. Kind of like, I've had so many DMs about my bike when I posted it about running T-type Eagle 90 with old cranks. People were like, how are you doing that? I thought this wasn't compatible. And I'm like, chainline matters to a certain point, but it's not like that mattersome.
I think if you're running a pretty normal sized chain ring, it's not the end of the world.
Is that what it's about? Is a chain line?
It's all about the chain line.
It's all chain line, yeah.
Yeah. So the cassette chain and derailleur and shift patterns, those are not interchangeable, right? Like Jeff has to run 11-speed with 11-speed derailleur and cassette, and then he can actually run an old 12-speed Eagle chain on that. But but he's running XX SL cranks. The reason why he's doing that is because XX SL cranks are the lightest cranks now, and he's a weight weenie. And I finally got him off E13 cranks that are way more of a pain to align and get right than the dub system.
Right. It's like that with like every 30 millimeter crank.
Yeah.
It's like you're guessing.
You're just guess and check. Where the dub is like pretty standard.
Yeah.
I'm running the opposite because I had those cranks and they're an old spec that I really like. So it's a weird spec. It's technically comes in a cork box, not a SRAM box.
Because they're power meter cranks?
Yeah, so they're old power meter cranks without a power meter. So they're 165 arms with a non-dub wide spindle with an 8-bolt chainring pattern.
And that's how you do it because all the T-type stuff is 8-bolt.
Yeah,
that is an anomaly of a
yeah,
crank
it
set.
is. Like they're on blowout. I bought 2. I have one on my hardtail too.
To get a non-dub wide spindle
8-bolt
with 8-bolt
and 165 arms.
Because that's how it all used to be.
Is crazy.
Yeah, so it's a weird, like, only made for probably like 2 years from SRAM. So it is a non-dub wide. So I don't know if I'm running a 0 offset chainring. That would fix everything.
Yeah.
And put it right back in the 55 mil chain line is to run a 0 offset chainring on the non-dub wide cranks that I have. But I don't even know if I am. I might be running a 3 mil offset chainring.
Yeah, I don't know.
But eyeballing the chain line, it's fine. It's within a usable range, within a couple mil we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just fine. And even if it's further inboard, think about how when you're riding, where are you spending all of your time? Well, you're spending it climbing. And I want my chain line to be straighter when I'm climbing.
Yeah.
So I want it closest to the frame as possible anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I remember when we first got the new T-type drivetrains in and I was installing them, and normally on a standard dub crank, you just have a 3 mil spacer on the, I think it's on the right side, on the drive side. And with the Eagle Dub, it was a 7.5 spacer on the right side and then a 3 on the left side.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's huge. And then didn't really put 2 and 2 together that it was an Eagle Dub wide crank set. And me and Liam were kind of both talking like 7.5 seems a bit extreme to have like as a spacer. Seems like, it just doesn't seem very right to me. Even though that's what makes it a 52 millimeter chain line.
Yeah.
Or but it does, or whatever, the dub wide does feel very, very much wider than a normal dub crank, like a standard crank set. So it's like,
and when I'm pedaling all day, I can feel it. I actually don't like a wide Q factor.
Really?
Which is way more of a thing in the road world. Like they have different Q factor cranks and mountain bike. They just don't.
Yeah.
They don't have the option.
SRAM said you're going with the wide crank and you're going to like it.
Yeah, literally. And I can feel it and I don't really enjoy it on like big pedals. So that's why I bought these old spec cranks.
Yeah.
I bought 2 of them. And yeah, I've been hanging on to them. So
it's such a weird thing to fiddle with and change it, like as SRAM, right? Like why change it?
It can get a little complicated. Like
I guess for T-type,
I tell people about a dub wide versus a dub normal, they just kind of, their brains explode.
Yeah.
Just eyes glaze over.
And like some people ask me all these specifics about it, and I'm like, just make sure your cranks are tight and your chain line's like roughly down the middle of your cassette. Like you're fine. Like obviously don't run some crazy far out or far end stuff. But like if you look at a lot of the gravel guys, what they're doing, they're fitting like 48, 50, and 52 tooth chain rings on the gravel bikes that are supposed to clear like 44 tooth rings.
Yeah, they're just making it work.
And they're pumping their stuff way out. They're running crazy cross chain lines. Like they're doing the stuff that's not, supposed to work, and it's working fine, and they're winning races.
And like back in the day with like BB30 and stuff, like you're interchanging in like Cannondale AI, like you're interchanging spacers on each side, and you're just guess and check. You're just constantly taking on and off a crank set, and the chain line's all over the place. Like you're just making sure the Q factor is like within reason, and
chain lines within reason,
and it spins properly. It's not binding, and you're good to go.
Yep.
So checks out.
Is it per SRAM spec? No, not really. But is it outside of spec? I'd say no, not really.
As long as it works and shifts fine, right?
It works fine, man. I've ridden it for 8 months and raced it all over with the same exact setup. I slapped on one new chain and it's not wearing chains fast. So
there you go.
Probably never dropped a chain.
Jeff replaced his chains 4 times in the last 400 miles. So
you gotta love it.
I'm not even exaggerating.
I walk in the shop and Liam's like, "What are you doing to Jeff's bike?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm cleaning it." Like, didn't you just clean it?
Full rebuild.
He goes up to me. He's like, "Trevor," he's like, "I need you to do like just a basic tune on this." So, like, I rode it 20 miles. I'm like, what else is there to do?
Oh man!
It came out of spec, and
you don't even need your chain lube because we wax your chain.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're good to go.
Pretty funny.
Oh, I just want his old stuff, all his old chains and tires, and it's all perfectly good.
All right, hey guys, love Worldwide Cyclery and the podcast. Customer service is the best, and always look forward to your stories, wisdom, and humor. Question for y'all. If you guys had to race your own traditional Amish buggy on a World Cup downhill track, and you only had one upgrade for your buggy, which of the 4 options would you choose? 1 is downhill tires, 2 is dual crown fork suspension, 3 is dropper post for the bench seat, 4 is your favorite bottle of tequila. Thanks, from Dave.
This is a really good question because it's a tough one.
Yeah, you can only choose 1 upgrade for the buggy.
I really want to choose 2.
I'm going downhill tires.
You're going downhill tires? That was kind of my first instinct.
You're not going to make it very far without that.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, logical downhill tires and a dual crown fork would be 1 and 2.
Yeah.
For the sends, dropper post and a bottle of tequila. Get loose.
Yeah,
exactly.
Get the seat out of the way and
let her loose.
Get drunk for the downhill.
Right. I'm gonna have to agree. I guess downhill tires. Get the pressure dialed.
It's crazy what you can do with some downhill tires.
But if you're not worried about flatting, you're just gonna send to the bottom. You're not gonna fix it.
That's like putting downhill tires on a hardtail.
It's like putting downhill tires on a hardtail.
Or no, putting downhill tires on a rigid.
There you go.
I wonder if anyone's done that before.
I'm sure someone has.
Right.
Someone's done everything.
I'm sure there's an instance where like you're riding through the desert or something, which is crazy sharp stuff on like a bikepacking bike, and you basically need that.
So you need downhill tires.
Yeah,
and it's so heavy.
So heavy, but like you'll flat.
You won't flat in the middle of nowhere.
No. Oh, thanks for the laugh, Dave. Liam, you want to read the next one?
Yeah, sure. Good day, everyone. Thank you for all that you do in the podcast, which I listen to while working on bikes or on the way to the ride. It was exciting to hear Revel is back and under new ownership or same ownership. And as seeing as how I'm going to need something new in the next few months, I want to ask this question, realizing that because of where I ride, Las Vegas area, and because I have a dedicated downhill bike, I'm thinking XC Downcountry, thus putting the Revel Ranger as a great pick. The question is, can this bike be overforked like the Yeti lunch rides? The Fox 36 SL at 130 is my potential choice. I'm a big guy weighing 170 with a goal of weighing 230.
270 now.
270 now with a goal of weighing 230. Even when lean with the XC background in late 90s downhill. I ride pretty aggressively. My rides are mostly loose over hard pack with moderate elevation changes and distances. Thank you again. Advice is helpful. Feels great to be on the pedals again. Jeff F.
Well, Jeff,
I think you could, or you easily can. I've had a Ranger with a 130 pike on it.
I was going to say we've both done that.
Yeah, and you had a 36. Rangers.
I did have a 36 on there at one point.
And a push. That was overkill, huh?
That was way overkill.
A 36 XL would be a better choice where that lives now.
Yeah.
And for Jeff's stature.
Yes.
But I don't know. I kind of push you towards the Rascal.
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
it comes with a bigger fork. You can put lighter weight wheels and tires on it. And the overall weight's not going to be that big of a difference, but you're already going to have the bigger fork.
Yeah.
And the platform's kind of better suited for you of your weight. And like knowing some of the Las Vegas stuff, like, yeah, you can do pretty long XC stuff, but like you're also going to drop down a jank trail.
Yeah.
Where the Ranger's just going to be, it'll be at its limit quick. Like it's not a downhill bike.
Can you also put a 36 SL at 140 as well, right?
Uh-huh.
I believe. So you could do 36 SL on a Rascal SL.
Shave some weight.
And then, and then if you really want to go like riding XC, just throw some light tires. And
I was just looking up just to make sure, like 270 is pretty big for a little XC bike. And I just looked up, the bike can handle it, but they just recommend, like changing your suspension out, getting some bigger brakes in there, maybe some burlier tires and wheels.
Yeah.
And it'll be just fine.
Yeah.
I do recommend, I've ridden like the Bootleg Canyon area before, and which is sweet for a downhill bike, but they've also got some cool XC trails out there and they're pretty sharp. Like if you were to run the Ranger with a little bit of a bigger fork and some heavier duty tires, because everything in Vegas, as I'm sure you know, is just sharp and trying to kill you.
Yeah.
So, definitely get the Ranger, get a, Fox 36 SL 130s, pretty sweet, and some like enduro tires maybe, something like that, just to like not, because you will fly out there.
Something just like a slightly thicker casing.
Something with a thicker casing.
Yeah.
And it's actually so fun because you can carry a lot of speed everywhere and pump stuff, and
it's true.
Like way more than you'll open up your horizons for more than you can just ride a downhill bike out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, that's a tough choice. Yeah, be if you're going Ranger or Rascal. Because really, like you said, Liam, like the Rascal's not going to be that much like heavier.
I would probably go with the Rascal out there.
right?
than a Ranger.
And also not only that, but like when you travel, you're going to have that more versatility with a Rascal.
I did an enduro race out there in Bootleg Canyon, and I rode an Epic Evo.
No way.
And I made it through, did pretty well, and I was pushing the absolute limit of the bike. It was absolutely pushed to its limit, and I would recommend more travel than 120 or 130. So,
Yeah.
Just a little bit more helps a lot. It's very rocky out there.
Very rocky. Yeah.
The Rascal is quite efficient, and I will say, I think the Rascal is the most fun bike I've ridden.
Yeah, I would agree. It's like a little BMX.
It's a little BMX bike, man. It's so freaking fun.
Yeah.
The Rascal I was riding like a year ago, I had so much fun on it.
It just wants to like pop up and hit little side hits, and it like sounds cliche, but it's true.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
It's a little wascal.
It's a little wascal.
It's wild how playful it is. A little wascal.
That's awesome. Yeah. David loves his. I mean, it's a super cool bike.
Yeah,
maybe,
it's great.
Yeah, it's super cool. Well,
let's hit one more.
Yeah, let's do it. Hi, in your previous podcast, I believe Liam said he was riding a Forbidden Druid. Actually, that was Trevor.
That was me.
But I've had my eyes on that bike for a while, but I'm wondering how is a Druid for a do-it-all bike? I do a bit of everything, bike park once a month, XC trails, big pedal days, and I enjoy doing gnarly trails quite a bit whenever I have the chance. How would the Druid be as a do-it-all bike if it's the only bike you could have? I have my eyes on the Da Vinci Troy and Rocky Mountain Instinct, which are fantastic bikes. But the Druid just catches my eye for some reason. Is it just lust, or could the Druid be the bike? Thanks for your time. I've been listening to your podcast for quite a few years. Cheers from the Canadian East Coast.
I was going to say, this guy's Canadian through and through.
Canadian.
Rocky Mountain, Forbidden, or Da Vinci.
Yeah, I like it. The Canadian pride is showing.
I read the Druid, and it is my do-it-all bike, and I do a bit of everything as well. Bike park once a month kind of deal, XC, big pedal days, gnarly trails, do it all. 2 different wheel sets. So I've been running Trail 1, new Shed Enduro rim setup, which has been awesome for the bike park days, racing, Whistler, gnarly stuff, like just everything you could throw at it. It handles it. But I've also got a different wheel set for like XC, all mountains kind of stuff with lighter tires. I think that's the key to making it a do-it-all bike. Although, like, man, every time I ride the Druid, I'm so impressed by it. It's actually insane. I just rode some trails last night behind my house, and they're very rocky downhill trails that people shuttle downhill bikes on. And I was able to, with the light setup, light tires, light wheels, I was able to just rip it a new one. And I was just like, this is sick that I can even do that. And then go and pedal it as far as I want to go,
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily need the super heavy duty stuff. Sometimes you can get, if you're fluid enough, you can get away with the lighter stuff. It just may not be the best in like a bike park or something. But yeah, I would recommend it 2 times over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. Like the harder you push it, the better it is, the more stable it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quiet and it's just dialed. I love it.
Extremely dialed.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one of the best bikes I have ever had, for sure.
Yeah.
I miss it at times as well.
It's just cool. Like, yeah, like pedaling it all day. Like sometimes with the idler, you can hear it after a while. If your chain gets dry, you can feel it a little bit too. But as long as you keep up with your chain lubrication, good to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You find that waxing your chain on that bike has helped with that a little bit?
Yeah, waxing, I don't know. It just gives me like an extra ride or 2 without having to lube it.
Yeah.
But I just use squirt.
Yeah.
And even yesterday, like, got home late from a flight and I wanted to ride, and I didn't want to put squirt on because I wanted it to dry. So I just put some Motor X just dry lube, just a little bit on there just to have it because it was super dry.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Good to go.
Yeah.
I didn't want, if I put squirt on and just want to ride immediately, it would just gunk up so bad.
True.
You really have to let it dry. So just a little bit of normal dry lube, just a little bit, just to keep it lube.
Yeah.
And it's going to be dry by the end of the ride anyway. So all good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just ride my chain dry if that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like it's going dry.
Yeah. See, with the Druid, like it just sounds horrible.
Yeah.
With the pulley on there, and you can feel it. So I don't want to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm stoked on that bike. I can't wait to ride it again.
I feel like it would be great on the Canadian East Coast as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard that it's like a lot, kind of like the East Coast, like just jank and rocky.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah, I find like the bike's fun on like single track and stuff, but when it gets rocky and rough,
yeah,
it just excels. Just carry speed.
Yeah.
And it's cool. For a 130 bike, it's insane.
Yeah.
I tell people that like I'm riding the bike park on a 130 travel bike, and it's like, what? Like
Right.
I wouldn't want to do that on a Rascal.
No.
You know, it's not as playful as a Rascal.
Yeah.
It's a different style bike. completely.
We both had, I was on that Rascal.
Yeah.
And you were on the Druid, and we went to Hurricane, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we were riding, what did we ride? Grafton?
Grafton makes
And
sense.
I was very easily at the limit of that bike, and Trevor was shredding. Yeah. And it's like crazy that they're both 130 mil bikes.
That is crazy.
That ride so different.
Just opposite ends of the spectrum.
For sure.
Which cool. That's the cool part about bikes. Like people are always comparing bikes, and it's like, what's the real difference? Like that's an actual real difference. They ride completely different.
Yep.
They do. I remember I had my Druid when we did our Hurricane trip a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Or what was, I guess that was last spring, maybe?
2 years ago.
Yeah. And it suited that terrain so well, just like super rocky,
square
and
edge.
like square edge,
something where you get hung up. It doesn't really want to get hung up.
Like definitely like core memories riding that bike in that place, and also like in the Dolomites, just like you were saying, just the harder you push it, the better it gets.
Yeah.
It's so confidence inspiring.
Which is cool because most bikes, you push it harder, it gets a little overwhelmed. You know?
Yeah.
So
it's like you said, also, especially for a 130 bike, it's just like mind blowing.
I didn't do it this year, but I do think I could get away with riding that bike in Whistler. I think
for
it would
sure.
be at its absolute limit.
Yeah.
Especially at like 130 is not a lot of travel.
Yeah.
It could do it though.
It could.
I feel like you'd be on the limit on the tech trails.
Yes.
Like you'd be fine on the jump trails.
It would be awesome.
It'd be awesome.
But with proper tires, I think it'd be
I think the
totally
brake bumps
fine.
would kill me a little bit.
Through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need a lot of travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I felt like some of the tech blues we were riding at speed were some of the gnarliest.
Yeah.
Because like the black ones, you don't really ride at speed.
No.
Yeah.
So we're like riding some black, some in deep and all that stuff up top. And yeah, it's gnarly. You have some decent compressions, but like the blue stuff, you can ride fast, and then all of a sudden you just get overwhelmed and get into
all of a sudden you hit a hole.
Yeah, hit a big hole. Or like you almost went off the trail on a blue. You went off the trail. You missed that turn.
Yeah, just because I just had a little deflection off a root or a hole or something.
He like kind of was flowing. I literally like right before he did, I was like, "Yeah, Trev, like hauling," like said it out loud, and he just blast past the right.
You gave me too much confidence. It boosted my ego.
Yeah, Trev. Oh,
literally.
That's so funny.
And that was on like a tech blue, but you know, so I don't know. He could get away with it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know many other 130 bikes you could do that with.
No.
I would not want to bring a Rascal to Whistler.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
It wouldn't be very, very fun.
Crazy how different they can be.
Yeah.
Well, that will just about do it for this one, boys. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in, listening, watching. We truly do appreciate it. And gosh, if you find yourself on the Worldwide Cycler website, we do have a discount code you can use. It's called MTB Podcast number 10, MTB Podcast 10. So feel free to use that whenever you like. And gosh, guess we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.
Peace.
Love ya.